Well, hello on this Tuesday. A cold start after a cold Monday. Didn't even make it to 40 for most of the state. Only the southwesternmost corner of the state, places like Worthington, Pipestone, Laverne, barely hit 40. The rest of us, 30s, even sub-freezing for portions of northwestern Minnesota, so definitely chilly. And that set us up for a cold night as skies cleared out, winds lightened up. International Falls, a new record for the date. 8 there. The old one was 15 in 1947, but this is a rare treat, you can think of it, because record highs are outpacing record lows 2-1. So to get a record low is not very common. Not that you necessarily want it, I guess. Northern Minnesota really has been suffering the worst here this month of April. Temperature anomalies from normal even are worse there than in the southern part of the state. 8 to 12 degrees below normal for April high temperatures for northern Minnesota compared to 4 to 6 degrees below normal here. So I know it seemed bad, but it's been worse there. And actually, believe it or not, we're below normal for April snowfall in southern Minnesota. We should average over 2 inches. We're under that. Northern Minnesota, though, there as well, 2 to 4 times their normal April snow. And of course, northern Minnesota averages more snow in April. And it's really making an impact on the snow cover, especially the North Shore, places like Finland, Isabella, up to Grand Marais. 2 feet of snow on the ground for some places. Of course, North Dakota had that big blizzard last week. They're still melting that. And so when we look at the snow depth ranking, we're seeing a top 20% for much of northern Minnesota. That's everything in the dark blue and purple. And some of those purplish white areas, that's a top 5 or 1% for this time of the year snow depth. And of course, the Red River floods every year pretty easily, but something we're going to have to watch is all this precipitation and snow. We're starting to see river levels come up here along the Red River, particularly in the northern parts of it right now. So as we look at Fargo, expecting the river levels to rise heading into the weekend, close to flood stage, maybe not quite getting there just yet. But as we go further up the river, we are starting to see some of that snow melt impact the river as it moves further north. River levels expected to reach flood stage and to get into some of that moderate level of flooding here around Grand Forks as we head into later in the weekend and early next week. One thing we've all been suffering from is a lot of wind, in addition to maybe a little bit of depression from the seasonal spring issues we've been having. April average wind speeds about 16% higher than normal. 70% of the April days this month have seen over 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and this is our 4th consecutive windier than normal month, so it's not just your imagination. December was below normal for wind, but January, February, March have all been above normal, and pretty much everywhere from the Rockies east, you can see in red here, those are above normal wind speeds. It's temporarily lighter today and also temporarily sunny for a good chunk of the day today. We've got this very narrow ridge of high pressure through Minnesota and the central U.S., but you can already see those high clouds overhead moving in. That's ahead of this next low that's going to bring in some moisture. We've got rain and snow that'll be filling in here across the Dakotas today into tonight and making its way across Minnesota in the overnight and early morning hours tomorrow. So scattered rain showers tomorrow, and yes, northern Minnesota, more snow, rain and snow, heavy snow at times. So we are talking accumulations again in the northern part of the state. Probably won't see any snow here in southern Minnesota. A little piece of good news there, perhaps. But as far as amounts go, we could be looking at a ½ inch or a little bit more in parts of central Minnesota of liquid precipitation equivalent. But again, along the North Shore, getting a little lake enhancement. We're going to see over 1 inch of liquid equivalent, but a lot of that is going to fall in the form of some heavy wet snow. Again, so as you go further up the shore, all of the North Shore sees snow and then pockets of some 2 to 3 inch amounts on the Iron Range, but you go further up into Cook County along the North Shore, places like Grand Marais, Tofty, could see over a ½ foot of snow. A winter storm watch there for tomorrow's precipitation. A little bit of hope for us. Thursday looks pretty nice. A touch below normal, but well into the 50s, should have sun. But look at Saturday, highs in the 70s, maybe all the way up to Brainerd. So much of central and southern Minnesota, first 70s of the season. I know some spots in southern Minnesota have, but we're also talking about some thunderstorms. Looks like the severe weather threat's going to be the southwest. Big outbreak of storms in the plains here into Nebraska, and then what's left will try to move into Minnesota. But Storm Prediction Center kind of cutting back more on that risk of severe storms, mainly southeastern South Dakota into Nebraska and Kansas. This is for Friday. We'll see a little thunder Saturday as a cool front comes through. So warm day Saturday, cold front comes through, touches off a few storms, and then it is going to be cooler behind that Sunday into early next week. Not as cold as this last stretch, but it's going to be cooler, again, below normal. Upper 40s today, so enjoy that sun, soak it up, get your vitamin D fill, because tomorrow will be dreary, Close to 50 still, so a mild rain. Thursday brings back some sun. Friday, mix of clouds and sun. Still mild though, close to 60. That's about the normal high by Friday, actually. We'll see a few showers from any leftover thunderstorms that develop to the west. And then Saturday, 73 degrees in the Twin Cities. Late day thunder into the overnight, and temperatures will drop through the day. Sunday, that high of 59 might be in the morning, and then we'll be near 50 at the end of the day. And looks like we'll stay in the 50s for the early part of next week with that cooler air moving in.